Oh, I'm on. Hooray. All right. Aloha. This is Hope Johnson coming to you from Huntington Beach, California, in the States part of the United States. Yay. So today I came on and apparently I'm talking about inner visions. Inner vision. So everything that we perceive, everything that can be perceived here on the surface of things, thoughts, feelings, what you see with your eyes, visual, everything like that. It's only occurring in thought. It's only on the surface. It's very much on the surface. It's like it's like a belief. It's who we think we are made manifest on the surface. Okay. So connecting, basically there's connecting with the inner vision, just connecting with the inner vision. That's the part of you that sees clearly. Let's say anything that you can look upon here, like as in within the dream world, is not being seen clearly. So this is about connecting with the inner vision. And basically that comes to not giving in to the temptation to make what you're perceiving real. It seems very real to you, especially if it's something that's hard, like say a loss or something like that. It seems very real. It seems like it's showing you how much power it has over you, especially when it seems like something is upsetting. So connecting with the inner vision is just a matter of asking. It's an honesty. It's I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I can't be seeing clearly right now. And when you ask the question, when you're asking the question, then you can be shown. But we've all taught ourselves, and that's why we could perceive things that are lack of love. We've all taught ourselves to look upon the world and take it as real. We've all taught ourselves that. It was not necessary. It is not necessary. Let's put it that way. Only we are real. Only we are real. There's nothing that arises in the world that's real. Okay? So, but it feels real. I get that. It feels real. And all it comes to is a little bit of willingness to see through that, because the feeling is also projected. The feeling is also projected. So with willingness to admit, I don't know what this means. Show me the meaning of this. It's kind of like you become as a little child, like being scared, almost like scared at night. And you thought you saw something in your room, or maybe it was a chair made to look like a ghost. I don't know. You thought you saw something in your room that was scary, and all you need is someone to just turn on the light. And basically that's how it is. It's like when you find anything in the world fearful, if you find anything in the world that deserves your concern, let's say, if anything is concerning, you're not seeing it clearly. So just in admitting that you're not, that opens you up for the pure vision, that innocent vision. It ends up being shown to you, but only if you want it to be shown to you. If you don't want it to be shown to you and you want to keep your interpretation, something that makes you sad, makes you feel sad, fearful, anything like that, that's an interpretation. The sadness, the fear, the grief, any of that was already there. It was already present because of how you saw yourself within your own mind. Okay? And then it's projected outward as if it's out there, as if it's out there. And it's not out there. So that's the first thing, is admitting that you don't know. You just really don't know. You take that step and admit that you don't know, and then it can be shown to you. Okay? Nothing is what it seems. You can say it's all a lesson. It's all a lesson in forgiveness. It's all for seeing through the illusion. And you can't do it on your own. You can't do it on your own. And faking it isn't going to work. You can't do it on your own, and you can't fake it. Yay, Lori. But you can ask for it. That's the choice. You can ask for it. Am I willing to see what I've been denying? Am I willing to see what I've been denying? If I'm feeling fearful, upset, worried, any of that. Am I willing to see what I am denying? Even just asking that question. Am I? It's not like you should or should not have a certain answer. Well, am I? Am I willing to see what I've been denying? Or do I want to hold on to this? I'm really worried about blah, 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 blah. When I hear I'm really worried about it, you might as well put a period at the end of that. I'm really worried. Boom. Because it's not really about that thing. And if you get into dissecting that thing, then you're justifying that worry. But really, the worry has no justification. You know, what scares people is they think that they're not going to take action if they don't have worry. But that's not the case at all. You have no need for worry. The action is taking care of itself. The action manifests through the senses. Totally takes care of itself. When it looks like you're the one who's responsible for your own action, then it seems as if you should take things seriously. Let's say take things seriously. Lori, it's just taking it seriously. My friend Lori's saying apparently I was faking it. I was denying the lack in the future. Yeah. Well, you know, maybe there was this sense where, well, I'll always have what I want, but you're thinking that what you want is this material stuff. And that's not it. Whatever it is that arises for you, that's exactly what you need. If it appears to be lack, that's only an interpretation. It's a misinterpretation. There is no lack. There's no future either. So, if it says, I will, that's like, you know, kind of like how the people who are involved with manifestation, and that's something we all go through, is to want the manifestation to be a certain way. Even what I see is the incentive toward spirituality is that I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to finally get a better life. I'm going to finally get things the way I've always wanted them to be. And that's not the point. And a lot of times that's not the case. That's not the case. And a lot of times people get disillusioned about that. But what you really want, what you've really asked for, is full awakening from the dream. Not to try to make the dream any better. Here's the thing: is in trying to make the dream better, it's like you're setting yourself on a journey that ends in suffering every single time, because everything in the world, everything of the world, it's based on this fear. It's based on a fear, sadness, guilt complex. Okay. So anything that is followed, invested in like that, invested in kind of manifestation in the world, it's always going to suffering. You could say it's a highway to hell if you like. I don't know. And it's not worthwhile. Eventually you'll find out that it's not worthwhile, but all of your experiences, all of the things that arise, everything that comes up is just for helping you to see that. It's for helping you to see through what you've made, what you've practiced here. See, the practice has been to make the manifestation true so that you can deny what you think about yourself. Okay? It's like trying to make this world true. And it's been practiced so well. People are in it, man. People are in it. Okay? It's like, you know, watch a complaining. And you know, look, if you see this arising in your friends or strangers or anything like that, it's not time to give them any kind of lesson about it or anything. Just feel it. You'll know if the speaking is being warranted, but just feel what it feels like, you know, with the complaining just over and over again. They don't do it right. This person doesn't do it right. I'm concerned about this. I'm worried about this. This is terrible. Things like that. Get this sense with them. Here's one saying to have in all of that too. Their ignorance is my ignorance. Their ignorance is my ignorance. In other words, there isn't any ignorance. There isn't any. Okay? So I am not seeing them clearly. I am not seeing them clearly. That's the thing. That's why they're expressing like that. So I can sense that in my body's energy field and relax that. And that's how the loving it gets shared. That's how the mind gets the mind gets awakened. The vision of reality is allowed to be made manifest. The vision of reality. Because it's like, what is the meaning of this? You stay in, what is the meaning of this? And it gets shown to you. And it gets shown that, you know, what your witness is your example, your calmness. Your allowing of whatever it is that's arising. And allowing it. Okay? Aloha. I love you. And, you know, it's all of us want to be with, you could say, with our brothers and sisters, with, because they're not separate from us. They're not separate. They're not ahead of us. They're not behind us. They're with us. They're joined with us. And the only way we can, you know, manifest that joining, let's say manifest that joining that already is the truth into the world of form, is to see very differently than the normal average conditioning. Very different from that. It's kind of like the exact opposite. Say someone is someone's showing you a side that you don't want to see. Oh, this makes me feel. Oh, this is bad energy. This makes me feel uncomfortable. Anything like that. It's like them asking for you on your behalf, in your name, to extend love. Asking you on your behalf, in your name, to extend love. Because when you extend love toward them, it's kind of like toward them, you are the beneficiary. They're not separate from you. You see them different. You end up seeing them differently. And you are the beneficiary. Remember, everything that arises in your perception is in your perception. It's totally changeable. It's not set in stone. And that's every person, everything. So if someone seems to be, let's say, a complainer, it's a good one. Remember that they seem to be. Just because you're perceiving it doesn't mean that that's like actually how they are. In order to get connected with the full effect of your vision, you have to deny anything that you see that projects as lack of love. People say, well, what about boundaries? What about this stuff? What about, what am I going to say and all that stuff? Don't worry, it comes to you. It just arises. It's like arising right out of the senses. You don't really have a choice in any of that stuff. You have one choice between two things. One choice between two things. Is the illusion real, or are you real? You can't have both. You can't have both. You know why? Because you're pure love, purely innocent and beautiful. Okay? The world is a demonstration. It's a demonstration that you are not that. The perceived world. That's why either it's real or you're real. That's the choice. The choice between the different things in the world, those are also a demonstration that you are not real. So let the choices take care of themselves, see? It really doesn't matter what's chosen. That's what's funny. In the material world, it really doesn't matter. But when you're choosing between the world and who you are, then it really makes a difference. That's what makes a difference. You know, what level are you on? Are you on the manifest level? Are you a character running around in the play? When you dream, are you the one that you're dreaming about? You dream at night, nighttime dreams? This is very dreamlike. It's projection of mind. Yay. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Leah. Yeah, this is the backyard of my sister-in-law and brother-in-law and my cute little niece. Well, she's not really little. She was little when I met her, but that was a long time ago. She's still much younger than me, apparently, but not little. Huntington Beach, California. It's fun. So I have this essential oil that kind of goes along with what I'm talking about today. It's called Forgiving. It's Forgiving Essential Oil Blend. So forgiving, you know, basically when you're asking for the true vision, when you're asking for the true vision, you are asking for a kind of forgiveness. It's not like the kind that most people know of forgiveness, which is like I forgive you. You did that, and I forgive you. You did that, and you know, because I'm awesome, I forgive you. It's not like that. It's a willingness to recognize that what you thought happened didn't happen. What you think happened isn't happening, in fact. What you think is happening isn't happening. That kind of forgiveness. That kind of forgiveness is forgiveness that you can't even do yourself. You have to ask. And when you have the vision of your source, you could say, that kind of vision, that healing vision, then automatically there's forgiving. Automatically. That's another thing to ask for. I mean, these are These are things worthwhile forgiving. Not as in the essential oil. The essential oil is awesome too. But any time asking for forgiving. Forgiving of this, what I see, this sickness that I see, or this meanness that I see, this judgment that I see. I must be mistaken. Show me the meaning of this. Ask and you will receive. Ask for illusions, and all you're going to receive is suffering, not because God would punish you. It's not like that at all. You know, but it's like, your will be done. Your will be done. You want to make it as if you have a choice in the illusion? Then you follow that choice and see where it leads, and then you find out. Then you find out it's going nowhere. Here's another one I really appreciate. It's called Agarwood. Oh, I need to see myself differently to see that. It's called Agarwood. Oh, it's a really deep, strong, oh my goodness, woody thing that will. Not everyone loves it. I showed it to my brother-in-law and he was like, I was like, okay, that's why I didn't get it that close to you. But it's from fungus infected wood. It's like one of my favorites. It's one of those ones that knocks my socks off. You know, like that. So anyways, I'm going to go. I found this Kundalini yoga place. They do Kundalini yoga all day long, and I've already been there for one sesh. I'm going back for breath meditation. I think. I don't know. It starts at 5:30. Anything could happen between now and then. So I'm having a lot of fun on my book tour. I love you so much. I appreciate all the support. I feel you. I love you. And I'll touch base again really soon. Mahalo, aloha, and a hui ho!